Welcome back, guys.
Thanks.
Not you. Welcome back to Better with Spice. Better with Spice. Welcome back to Better with Spice. We're your host, Coby. I said your name.
And I'm Vivian.
We're your host, Vivian.
And Coby.
We're so excited to have you back. We hope you enjoyed episode 1. If you haven't watched it or listened to it, please do. It's a little bit awkward, but I think we did it good.
Yeah. I think if you haven't listened to it, listen to this one first and then go back.
And then tell us if we've improved in our awkwardness.
But also give us 5 stars on,
on whatever 5 stars of being awkward.
Yeah, on whatever platform you're listening to, because that's going to really help us.
Yeah. So what are you drinking today? And give me a life update.
So I am drinking a kombucha today. A life update is that I'm going on our honeymoon next week.
Is it your honeymoon?
Technically it is.
Oh my God, I feel so terrible. I didn't even know that.
Oh, how dare
I thought you were just going on away.
Yeah, so the reason why it is our honeymoon is because we got married between the lockdowns. And but
that was like 3 years ago.
Yes, I know. But the other trips that we've been on have been with other people. Like last year, every single trip we did was about snowboarding. It was a lot of
But are you not going snowboarding this time?
We are going snowboarding. So yeah, we are snowboarding in Japan, but we're also doing quite a lot of it ourselves. So technically it is our honeymoon.
Mini honeymoon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that. Well,
yeah,
congrats.
Thanks. But then isn't every single holiday you go with your husband technically like a honeymoon?
Well, you can say that in the in the hotel. It's like, yeah, it's our honeymoon. Yeah. It's our anniversary.
Yeah. No, it's kind of like when people say, oh, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because every day is Valentine's Day.
Oh, every day is love day.
Oh, shut up.
Well, we would have launched this on Valentine's Day. Announced it anyway. So
amazing.
Every day is love day.
Yes. Every day is romance day.
Every day is romance book day.
Every day is better with spice day.
Yes. Every day is better with spice day. That's nice.
So what are you drinking, Viv?
I'm drinking tea. Life update. I'm not going away. So that's sad. There is no life update for me, actually. It's been pretty chill.
Nice. Chill is good.
It's so weird to give you a life update because I talk to you every day. So it's like giving the listeners and viewers an update is like so different.
That is true.
Because I'm like, what can I tell you that you don't know? But it's like, how do I tell them, you guys?
I'll just pretend not to know.
Yeah, but there's literally nothing.
Oh. Well, chill is good, especially this time of year.
Yeah. Just getting back into it.
No, I'm with you.
So what are you currently reading?
So I'm currently in a bit of a slump. I tried a few.
I actually am in a slump too.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I tried to pick up a couple of books, but they were just exceptionally boring.
But you are still you're in the middle of reading A Court of Mist and Fury.
Yes, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll get to it. I will finish.
Please don't say that.
Sorry, it was so boring.
No, you cannot.
Boring. But yesterday I actually downloaded a couple of Kindle Unlimited just Insta love romances.
We love that.
Yeah.
It's actually
a palate cleanser.
It's good when you've read such a really good book. I've started to notice my pattern is that I need to have something like that ready on standby.
Yes.
After knowing that I'm reading such a good book, because then you don't get into a book slump.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I find that whenever I finish a really good book, I'm literally just depressed.
Life's over.
I can't go on. When
Life
I finished reading
over.
Iron Flame, I literally was just just on the floor crying. I can't.
But you're actually crying because of what happened in Iron Flame, or the fact that you finished a book?
Well, I think I was crying from happiness that I finally finished Iron Flame.
Oh, your happiness. Oh, wow.
Because it was the longest book of
you've
all
probably
time.
ever read. Yeah.
And then, but I was also crying at the end, so no spoilers though.
But you did cry, so no spoilers, but
yes,
you did cry.
No
I didn't cry, but...
How dare you?
I didn't cry, but it was... Yeah, it was oh. We'll get to, maybe we can do like a fourth wing Iron Flame episode. And we can talk about like how we really feel, because I have thoughts, which is why I can tell you why I didn't cry. But anyway,
okay, fair enough.
I'm currently also in the middle of a book slump. Not in the middle. I'm starting to see that I'm getting into one. So I thankfully have some books, which is what I mentioned to you last week about the new book, which is Business Casual by B.K. Borison. It's an arc, so it's not released yet. So I'm really excited. But also, I will probably be starting Magnolia Parks this week, which is our book club. Yeah, so if you guys weren't here last week, we are deciding to at least do one book per month because we have very different reading styles. We love different books, but we decided that at least one book. So we chose Magnolia Parks.
Yes. So what is your book slump routine? Like, what do you do to get...
Cry? No, I don't know, book slump really gets me. Like, I feel like if I'm in a book slump, like, I'm sad.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it's because reading is such a big part of our lives. It's like, I don't know how to go, like, I don't know what to do with myself because I don't watch TV. And if I'm not reading, I'm scrolling. And if I'm scrolling like 24/7, like, that's just straight to sad town for me.
A book a day keeps a mental breakdown away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get really in a funky mood, and Alex would know, and then he sometimes would be like, well, then stop reading.
No.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, how dare you?
And he's like, well, you're always like feeling so sad after books, or like a book's really good and you feel sad that you finished it. And I'm like, that's the whole point. Like, hello.
Oh, like there was one time that I literally was having the biggest mentee bee from reading, and I was crying like nonstop. And Will was like, oh, it's about a book. And I was like, come on, like, where's the sympathy?
It is always about a book.
Yes, it
like,
is.
why do we cry about characters in a book? I don't know.
Like fictional men.
But like, I feel like, actually, let me read you this quote. I literally just saved this the other day because I was like, this is why people read, right? So apparently this is an interview. I don't know. By the way, the fact that I have this so quickly on my phone is only because I saw it literally yesterday, and I was like, oh, I need to tell you about this. I was going to send it to you.
Perfect for the pod.
Yeah, but then I realized it was perfect for the pod. So it says, in films we are voyeurs, but in novels we have the experience of being someone else, knowing another person's soul from the inside. No other art form does that, and this is why sometimes when we put down a book, we find ourselves slightly altered as human beings. Novels change us from within. And I was like,
that's so true. Like, I rarely get that kind of depressive feeling after watching a movie. Like, you don't feel that. And I get why it says it's voyeurs, because it's like you're watching from the outside.
And maybe, yeah, like it's the fact that we have POVs in books, so we know how the other person's feeling. And like, it's funny because A Court of Mist and Fury is kind of all in Feyre's POV. Yes. And I don't know why I love it so much, but obviously now that I've read Ristan's like POV. But I used to, like, I think the book has to be exceptional for me to read a one POV.
Yeah, I really prefer a dual POV. But you know how I keep talking about You Again by Kate Goldbeck?
Yes. Is that one of your top
Oh,
books?
I think so. Like, I think the reason why I love that book so much, and like, if you don't know it, it's basically a rom-com. Like, it's Harry meets Sally, but
in book,
modernized.
right? Yeah.
But the reason why I love it so much is that, wait, what's his name? Josh. So Josh, the male. So Josh, the male main character, like, he has this POV where, well, his character on the outside is like, you know, cocky, like kind of a dickhead, but
but when you read it,
like, and his POV, like, they had this spicy scene, and in his POV he's talking about like his insecurities, and I think that's just so
cute.
like gripping because
gut-wrenching.
Okay, it's gut-wrenching and heartwarming.
Yeah.
And like, I think that's one of the reasons why that's like one of my top books in 2023.
Okay. So in our last episode, we kind of mentioned about DNFs, right? And I feel like we need to have a proper deep dive because I feel like what makes me DNF and what makes you DNF a book would be very different. I think I mentioned last week that I haven't really DNF'd that many books, but you are an active
Major
DNF'er.
DNF'er.
So maybe my question to you is, what is like what is the one factor that you could be reading a book and it's like not too bad, but then this thing happens and triggers you and you're like, that's it, I can't, like nothing will change it. See, I mean, that's a kind of a hard question because I feel like I don't have an answer to that as well.
Because like, I think for me, like multiple reasons can give me the ick about a book. Like if the male main character is annoying.
But what makes him annoying? Like what do you classify as annoying? Like do you feel like there's no character development or his like internal dialogue is annoying?
Internal dialogue, but I think this is like a personal thing, but like I find
obviously all of this is like personal because we don't want to name and shame. Like everyone's different of what book icks we have, I guess.
So something that I really hate is when a man, fictional or real life, is too caring. I hate caring men.
Too caring as in like too golden retriever?
Yeah, like you know the stay safe.
I love that.
I hate that. I'm like, don't talk to me ever again.
But that's why you like bully romance.
Yes. I like
you like treat him
like trash.
Treat him mean, keep him keen.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's me. Like there have been like real people in my life who has been a potential love interest for me, but I'm like, you're disgusting. You disgust me.
You too caring. Yeah. I don't do that.
No,
I need
to
be
caring.
Okay, so I know now. I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, like just hate me.
You know who you are then? Have you seen the interview? Have you seen the girl called Chicken Shop Date?
No.
Amelia from Chicken Shop Dates on TikTok. She's like a British icon, really. And she does interviews with singers, rappers, actors, like at a chicken shop. Oh. Right. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of quirky. But she did... Do you know Central C?
Yes.
Yeah. So she did an interview with Central C. He's low-key kind of like book talk, really.
Oh my God,
like,
nice.
I feel like he's like the epiphany of like certain book talk men. Or like that drama you watched with like the Elizabeth. What's that?
Who?
You watched this like dark romance. Didn't you watch this thing where the guy's like the guy is like a criminal and he likes the woman?
I feel like you're just describing any
it's
like
definitely
book
you.
or show that I ever seen.
You've linked
Do you
me.
mean Good Girl?
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
that one.
yeah, the drug law.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like
Nice.
that's a book talk.
Yeah, like
plot.
he's book talk.
Yeah.
He's book
So
talk.
Central C is kind of like that.
Oh, nice.
To me, I feel he's like
Ooh,
kind
nice.
of like
I gotta watch
dark
this.
romance book talk. Anyway, in the we're going on a tangent, but like in the interview, he talks about how like I think she's like, what's your type? You know, and he's like, oh, I like girls that aren't into me. You know, and then she goes, well, I hate you. And then he's like,
Ooh, spicy.
ooh, turns me on. And I'm like, ooh. So I get that. I get the appeal. Okay, so if he is too caring.
Yeah, don't like caring people.
So like, but there's some books that you like that they're
Like
quite
even
caring.
like I loved Icebreaker, but Nate was like major golden retriever vibes. But I pushed through in that book because I love ice skating. But I don't.
Yeah, so like it's not. Is it not necessarily like the top ick? But it's like as long as the other aspects.
Yeah,
of
like
the
it has to
book-
be like, you know, it all has to tie together.
Yeah.
I think.
So okay, so that's if he's too caring,
Yes.
which I guess in real life is like not an issue technically, but in book verse,
In book world.
yeah.
I think it's like if I know you, like in real life, if I know you, then it's fine to be caring. But like if we just met and you're like, oh,
Stay safe,
stay
drive home safe.
Yeah, like text me when you get home. No, I love when my friends say text me when you get home. But if a guy says that to me, I'm like,
Oh really?
delete.
Maybe like
blocked.
I
I am
remember-
toxic.
I'm like kind of. I feel like I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I think maybe it's like the lack of love
Oh,
in my childhood that I like seek love and validation.
ouchies.
So it's like when that happens in books, I'm like all for it.
So you'd love a golden retriever.
I love a golden retriever. I also love like treated me, Kip Keen, but like I love a golden retriever.
Yeah. I think, well, your real life love interest is a golden retriever.
Yeah, he's a little golden retriever.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that kind of like the biggest one?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So that would like, you don't, what about other, like, do you have any other book icks?
I do if the writing is bad. And I think the main thing is you don't keep my interest. Like, I have a very, like, I can lose interest so quickly, especially because I flick through different books at the same time. And if I forget about the book I'm reading, then I'm never going to go back. Just because there's so many books to read, you know?
That's true, yeah. You're always
like,
going
why
to
would I
have
read a crap one?
Yeah, facts.
No printer.
Like, for me, like, definitely internal dialogue would be the biggest, like, ick. As in, like, if the internal dialogue is really bad and I'm reading it from your POV and I have to read it every chapter, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what makes it annoying. I think is if the internal dialogue is too much. Like, I've once read a few books, actually, that would be, like the thoughts is just, like, too, like,
jumbled.
yeah. And it's like, I get why you want to say that in a book, or like, you know, to add, I guess, like context, or like, I don't know, being relatable or whatever. But it's like, I don't need to hear every thought in your head.
True.
Like, it
that's
needs to be condensed a little bit, because I once read a page, like a book where the whole page was like this girl talking about how, and it's relatable because it's comfy, like, to get home from work and to remove your, like, bra. Okay, so that's, she was like, oh, I can't wait to get home and just like remove my bra and read a book and like get into a bath.
Relatable.
And I was like, that's relatable.
Relatable.
I'm like, I feel you, girl, like 100%. But that same thought comes into her mind like 5 times in like the same chapter.
No.
So she just keeps talking about whatever she's doing is like not as comfy as removing your bra. And I'm like, I don't need to keep hearing that.
it. Yeah.
Or like reading it. And so I think it's like internal dialogue is like the biggest thing. And recently maybe like how ridiculous the plot is.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, I think that's something that's in contemporary romance a lot more, like ridiculous plot. It's like, how did this happen?
Yeah, or like just like plot holes or miscommunication. Yeah, but I wouldn't DNF because I find that a miscommunication trope usually comes in like 3/4.
Yeah, like
and I'm
70%.
here already. It's like, okay, fine.
It
like,
is
you're
annoying.
just gonna get back together. But it's annoying.
It is annoying because a lot of contemporary romance follow kind of the same structure.
Yes.
Like, they meet, they have like banter, they have a few smut scenes, they have miscommunication, perhaps a freaking breakup, and then the epilogue.
Yeah, exactly. You know what gives me the ick though? A book epilogue where they talk about how when they get together and then it's a scene where, like, you know, they're watching the guy like play with their baby and then you're pregnant with like the second baby. I hate that. Like, okay, we get it. You're together. I get it. Just
Yeah,
shut up
sometimes
now.
I've actually heard like a lot of people who don't read epilogues.
I'm gonna stop reading them because it's like, yeah, we
like, because the ending chapter obviously is like
it's the end.
the final end, and then the epilogue is like either an extension or time jump.
But they never say anything like worth hearing about.
Yeah, like, I don't mind epilogues, but I can understand like some people who are like, the epilogue just ruined it.
Yeah. Especially because you finish reading the epilogue and then you rate it. And then, there have been times where I'm like, because like it's a 4-star, but because of the epilogue, I'm like,
Wow, you're savage.
stop
Are you a
talking.
savage book rater?
Yeah, I am quite savage. But okay.
But again, like, I feel like I've read your like ratings and you rate a lot of books like 5.
because I DNF the things that I hate.
So then the books that you do finish are like really good books.
Yeah. Like if I don't finish it, I'm like, you're boring. You know?
Yeah. No, yeah, I get. Okay.
So I saw this really funny TikTok reading out 1-star reviews for just big popular books.
Okay, give it
I think
to
it'd
me.
be really funny.
Yeah.
So you know, one of my favorite books of last year was Fourth Wing.
Oh yeah, same.
Yes. So this one says Zayden wears skinny jeans.
I seen that one. Yeah, he does wear skinny jeans, but I thought it has like rips in them, doesn't he?
What? You saw a picture of him wearing skinny jeans?
Not a picture of him, but like fan art.
In skinny jeans.
Is that why they rated it 1 star, because he wears skinny jeans?
Yes.
Fair.
This one is for Twilight. Probably the worst piece of literature I've ever read. 5 stars.
I feel like I have 5 stars.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Nice.
Same.
I actually have read some reviews that would be like literally wasted like 2.5 hours of my life or something. Like,
I
and
saw
I'm
one.
like, that's so
mean.
yeah. I'm like, I get a bad book, but I'm like, I would never say I wasted my time. It was just like, oh, like,
Sad.
yeah, like,
But like, I get like why you'll be mad if you read a bad book. You could be reading another book, and that's good.
yeah, no, there's just like too many books, and your eyes can't move that fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I saw one that was like, God blessed us. Like, God blessed me with eyes.
Oh yeah, and
I
it's like, and
abused them with reading
Yeah.
this.
I've seen a lot of them like that.
Like, oh, that's really
God
good.
gave me 2 eyes, 2 wonderful, healthy eyes, and I decided to do this.
Yeah.
That's so funny. And I'm like, ouch. Sometimes, like, okay, why don't I ask you, do you read reviews before you read a book?
I try not to because I'm very easily swayed.
I do.
Mm.
I like, but I like reading the 5-star reviews to know that my
Yes.
choice is validated.
Yeah, no. So, but like sometimes I get very tempted when I'm like halfway through a book and then I'm kind of like, oh, this is like dragging. Then I will go and read a 5-star review just like to hype myself up.
Oh
you know?
yeah. I feel like that works the same if it's like you didn't rate it well, and then you go read a review and you're like, oh, I'm right as well. Yeah, it wasn't.
It's like, yeah, this book was crap. I'm a hater. Okay.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think I really have hated that many books, but I definitely have read a book and was angry that I had to read it.
Yes. I think like I feel the same. I have definitely had books where I was literally raging because I had read it.
But then didn't you just DNF it?
I would DNF it, but I was like very close to the end. And that made me rage.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. So maybe I guess like I did feel like I wasted my time.
Okay, so we've already talked about book icks,
Mm.
and we've talked about how you don't like too caring men.
Yes.
But has there been any books that made you push those red flags away? Or like characters, as in like characters that have that trait that you don't like, but because of who that character is, you're like, nah, it's all good.
Well, I know you're gonna hate me for saying this.
Why would I hate you?
Well, but like I think when I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, I hated it so much.
Yes, that's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone hates the first book.
But like no, you know that makes me really mad when it's like you gotta suffer through book 1 to get through book 2. Yeah, so I think, but then that was one of the books that I pushed through because I wanted to read about recent. Yeah.
But I feel like that's like, it's only because you know that recent.
Yeah, like
so
if
you
I
didn't
hadn't
know,
known anything,
you probably
I would
stopped.
definitely would have DNF'd it.
So there's really not that many things that would get you out of the book ick.
No, yeah, I think if I get an ick about someone or something, it's over. Just in real life.
It's like,
as well.
it's just like, you can't go back.
No, I can't go back.
Yeah, I
Because
guess
like, I
like-
would have just abandoned it. Like I wouldn't want to try again.
So do you like second chance romance?
I do love a second chance romance, but I don't like to give other people second chance. It's because I have abandonment issues, so I would rather abandon them before they abandon me.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
sense. Just
yeah,
bill it to our
valid.
therapist.
Yeah.
I guess like for me, I mean, I'm kind of just, I don't know, like I don't even know if I have like, besides the internal dialogue book ick, but I feel like most of the time I just, if that's the case, because I read so fast, I just skim.
That's
like I'll be
true.
like, okay, she's talking about this again. I'm just gonna like skip.
Like the
Not
bra
skip,
thing.
yeah, not like skip completely, but I'll be like quick reading.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's just get a bit more interesting. But I feel like there are obviously books and characters that even if like, so I think this is probably more in a series. Like if first book was kind of bad, but then book 2 and 3 was good, you still would read book 4. And even if book 4 is bad, you still would read it. Like I think once you've invested in the character, like even if he becomes the biggest like douchebag, I'd still be like, but he said this though, or like in book 2 he said this though.
You're really holding on to that last hope.
like I'm kind of, yeah, I think I'm like that.
Like, okay, so I think even for as much as I love Zayden, like he's my favorite book boyfriend
Right now.
right now, I might not read number 3.
No, I can feel that.
Yeah, because it just infuriated me, number 2. And I was like, why? Like, I just don't know how to go on with the series.
I think for me, I would not read book 3 until book 4's out.
Yeah, maybe I'll wait for the whole series.
Yeah,
to
I
come
think I'm
out.
definitely at that stage for Iron Flame.
Yeah.
Okay, so on that note, should we do a little game?
Yeah, very great segue.
Is it what?
It was. It wasn't, but
It wasn't? I think it was alright.
okay, all right.
No, should we do a little game, like would you rather game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
I feel
right.
like I saw these questions on TikTok and Insta, and I feel like these are quite funny. Okay, maybe I should ask you. Would you rather have to only read your favorite book for the rest of your life or only 1-star reads? Oh my God, I didn't even know that was a question. Okay, maybe the question should be, would you rather have to only read your favorite book, that's it, or very, very, very average books for the rest of your life? So you never have a 5-star again.
Oh, I think I would read my favorite book over and over again. Oh, I don't know. That sounds terrible.
So boring as well.
I
Like the
know.
same book over and over again. But then you only have like 3-star books.
Yeah, but like if you like a 3-star or 2-star book is like kill me now.
I know, it's like really waste of time.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and then it just makes me sad. So
So-
I think I would maybe I'll change hobbies.
So what's your answer?
5-star books.
5-star book.
Oh yeah, sorry. Book.
Your 1 5-star book's
Yes.
Twilight.
yeah, I'll read Twilight over and over again for the rest of my life.
I think my one, I think I have to be, I am so fidgety that I feel like I can't read the one book for the rest of my life. So I would tank the average books. And maybe life will change one day and it'll become,
Yeah, maybe you adjust your expectation.
yeah, and then it'll just become a
Yeah,
5-star.
you settle for a 3-star. Yeah, so it's like your rating goes from like 1 to 5 to 1 to 3.
Yeah, and it's 3, maybe 3 out of 3. It's a 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
Delulu. Would you rather have the ending of the book spoiled or always only reading halfway?
Have the ending spoiled.
The same.
Yeah, because like I feel like I can't. Because
But then it's
of
like, oh, wait.
TikTok-
Would you rather only read epilogues or you only read it up to like,
halfway point.
yeah, as in like you have to, oh, no, let's make it harder. You can only read epilogues, which sometimes that's a good thing. Like it's just always
As
happy.
in just the epilogue chapter.
Mm.
No.
Or you can only read up to the point where they've just had their like miscommunication era. So you don't even know how.
That's so hard. I think I would read the miscommunication just because if it's just the epilogue, it's literally like a short story, and like there's nothing to say. It's like
it's like one chapter.
yeah, I'm just watching my husband play on the swing with my child.
No, okay, like not epilogue then. You're just book spoiled.
Oh,
So you read
then
the
I'll
first
have it
chapter and
spoiled.
then you have like the ending spoiled.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I think maybe
Yeah.
I'll pick that
Because
too.
like because of TikTok, like I
Oh, you can just read all the stuff in
constantly-
between.
Like I'm constantly being I have things spoiled. So, you know. Yeah, like I would much rather have a spoil.
Mm.
Like I can cope with being spoiled.
I guess I'll be the same because sometimes I spoil myself when I read ahead.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
that recent thing that I sent you the other day.
Oh, like you, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Good
confirm or deny what's
Yeah,
happening.
I think it's pretty clear.
I don't know. Is it? Who knows?
Okay. Would you rather read a really dragged out smutty scenes and the body parts are just named their scientific name? Or would you rather read a book with no smut at all?
Well, I guess smart. But I have skipped smut scenes before.
Me too.
Like, which is like, I think for a lot of people, it's like, what? You skip smut scenes? Like, that's how I know when a book's bad.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I'm skipping smut
Like,
scenes.
Or I have no like emotional connection with the characters. I'm like, I don't care about this.
Yeah, or like the smut scenes just like not sexy.
Yeah, it's just dry.
Not even, like, it's not dry.
She's dry.
No, she's not dry. But it's like not a vibe.
Mm.
Like it's just too much kink.
Oh, okay.
Like certain kinks.
So it's
maybe.
too spicy.
No, not too spicy. But it's just like I don't know, maybe it's just like no emotional like
Mm.
connection to
Yeah.
the spice. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I feel like I'm a big emotional girly. They don't have to say I love you when they're like in the middle of a smut scene, but it needs to have like tension for the spice to be like spicing.
Yeah.
So I guess like a dragged out smut scene is still better than no smut scene. Like
That's
I
true.
hate closed door romance.
Oh yeah, that frustrates me.
It's like you kind of have like half of it and then it's like,
but nothing.
and then it's like, oh, and then we continued through the night. And it's like next chapter. And you're like, continue what?
And then I woke up.
Yeah, like continue what? Like what are you continuing?
They just continue to be alive.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really, yeah, I think dragged out.
Okay.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I think so. Like, at least I can choose to skip it.
Yeah, you can just choose those graphical words.
Yeah.
And be like, just picture a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insert my own smart scene. Write my own, like a fanfic.
Yeah, oh my God, yes, you should. Would you rather have a unfulfilled cliffhanger or one of your favorite character dies?
Cliffhanger. I can't bear to see my favorite people die in real life and books.
But like, what's like, as in, are we talking about like cliffhanger at the end of the series? So it's like open
like
ending.
Open ending. Oh, I guess it depends on.
You know what? Let's make it more like, would you rather have the book not a happy ending or one of your favorite character dies?
Ooh.
Because they're kind of in the same.
Yeah, then I would rather them die, I think.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Like,
Because I hate if they're both alive and they're not together.
Yeah,
It's like,
why? Like, why did I read this 400-page book
Yeah.
for nothing? For no reason.
So like, if one of them dies, it's like explains why you can't be together.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fine.
You know what? I think Xaden will die.
Don't. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Like, I think I read this theory that he's gonna die, or like, and then like,
And
there's
then
a new
she might-
love interest.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
I've read the theory where he will die and Violet will attempt to bring him back through.
her second signet.
Yeah.
I saw this really funny meme, and he said that Violet's second signet is complaining. True.
I hated her in book 2.
Oh my God, I
Like,
hated
I think
her
I
in
told
book
you while I was
2.
reading, I was like, Xaden
Deserves
and,
better.
well, like Xaden was pulling the whole book.
Oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
and then he was barely in the book, and like the little chapters like about, you know, he's like
The dragons were,
childhood and stuff.
were like the whole book.
Oh yeah,
Every time Violet came
it's
onto
like,
the book, I was like,
stop talking.
just shush. Yeah, that
Just
was where
stop
internal
talking.
dialogue was really getting to me.
Yeah, or like the whole thing was just like, oh, sorry, I misread that doc. My bad.
Or like the whole time she's just like, oh, he's so hot, but he lied to me.
I know, and
But
it's
he's so
like-
hot. Oh, but he's not honest with me.
But
It's
like, girl, you guys just met.
yeah, and it's
you
like
just
he wears
relax.
skinny jeans. What do you expect?
But I love him.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, so that's a tangent. Sorry.
Yes.
So you would rather a favorite character die?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with Mist and Fury.
Wow. Thank you.
I'm joking.
That's a spoiler.
Is it though? I don't know.
So would you rather have your favorite book that no one else has ever read in the world and no one wants to talk to you about it? Or would you rather have your favorite book to be the most basic book and everyone has the same basic book? I mean, everyone has the same favorite book.
So it's like you're not unique with your favorite book choice.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I would probably rather have one favorite book that nobody has ever read, but I equally love talking about books. So it's like if I was talking about it and nobody knew what I was talking about, then I literally would just be like, well, this is just sad because I'm the only one who's read this book. So I guess I have to choose the most basic book and at least be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, please, I love this book too, guys.
I'm lonely.
Yeah,
Please
I love it. It's a
include
5 star.
me.
It's a 5 star.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I would much rather. I think I would want. One of my favorite parts about reading is like talking about books, and like, you know what, they can only have merch for popular books.
That's true.
So I love.
like if
I love a good sticker.
that's true because if I like a book no one's read, it's like nobody.
Yeah, you got to make your own merch.
Yeah, and
I don't
that's
want
too
to do
much
that.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yes.
But we don't. Do we have any favorite books together? I mean, we both like Fourth Wing.
Yes, but I don't think it's one of your favorites, is it?
It's not as favorite as like the Akatar series, no.
But you know what though? Maybe Magnolia Parks will become one of our favorite books.
Yeah, well, you said that you already started reading it.
Yes,
from
I did.
So, and you said you liked it,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me actually like
Hope.
real nervous
Oh,
energy
no.
because we don't like the same book. So I'm like, if you like it, will I like
Yeah,
it?
you might hate it.
But let's hope. Let's hope I like it.
Well, if you don't like it, that's okay because
I guess we have more to discuss.
yes,
Yeah.
for our book club episode that's coming out in 2 weeks,
Maybe.
because
If-
it'll be like 2 episodes,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Probably only going to read the first book for now
Yes.
and then see how we like it. And maybe we will like at least what. I mean, hopefully it's not the only series that we like together.
Yes.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah. So if you would like to follow along with the updates on our reading journey on Magnolia Parks, you can check out our Insta and TikTok at Better with Spice Pod.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us again. I feel like we kind of deep dived into a lot of different topics today.
Yes.
But if you guys want to send us anything like suggestions of what you want us to discuss next, you can send us that on Insta as well. But yeah.
And TikTok.
Oh, and TikTok. Yeah.
Yes. So if you liked this episode, remember to leave us a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening. And remember, life is better with spice. That's a wrap.